Hi, I am Val and I speak on behalf of Connector X for Mind Connectivity. Today, we will reveal the reason why the reality seen by us is in fact just a small filtered part of the original reality, and how by improving our mind connectivity level, we would be able to see an unfiltered, much bigger part of the original reality. The original reality means the multidimensional reality unaltered by human thinking and concepts in which we exist. There's a big chance you've heard the following question more than once. How do we see the reality? What is the mechanism? Actually, the science provides us a couple of opinions. Let's see what these opinions are. First opinion. Some older studies claim that we see the reality with our eyes. Well, do we actually see the reality with our own eyes? Yes and no. Actually, eyes are just organs which bring the image, colors, and the lights to the brain. Second opinion. More recent studies suggest that we see reality through our brain. Well, do we see the reality with our brain? Yes and no. The brain is just the processor that identifies dimensions and compares images, colors, and lights that are channeled through our eyes. Let's find out what is the truth. How do we, people, see the reality? I will reformulate the question just a bit, highlighting that each of us is unique. So, how does each person sees the reality in his/her own unique way? Well, behind the eyes and the brain, which are our visual hardware, the real software that almost no one is aware of is our individual conceptual mind structure, which plays a key role in how we see the reality. More precisely, we do not see the original reality as it is, but in fact, by using our unique personal software, which is the individual conceptual mind structure, we see a conceptualized reality. This conceptualized reality that we see is an all-enveloping parallel reality developed and maintained by humans in countless generations by observing and defining the surrounding reality into concepts. Surrounding reality means people, objects, events, activities, and information surrounding us. Gradually, over a long period of time, this conceptualized reality becomes the only reality that we see. Amazingly enough, this enveloping reality that we see, which is this conceptualized reality, is not just an exterior enveloping, but also interior enveloping, as we have created many concepts that reflect the interior realities. For example, atoms, cells, magnetic fields, other unseen and microscopic structures, and also thoughts, ideas, etc. This conceptualized reality, this all-enveloping parallel reality that we see, is like a very subtle and complex veil, which not only envelops the original reality, but also filters and narrows down our perception over the original reality, according to the concepts that form the individual conceptual mind structure in each of us. Let's see what this individual conceptual mind structure is. The individual conceptual mind structure is an instrument, or more precisely, a software created from all the concepts we have been in contact with, plus all our sensorial emotional experiences we have gone through, translated in a conceptualized form. Unfortunately, because this individual conceptual mind structure is a very, very subtle structure, we are not aware of it. And actually, we use this software automatically and almost subconsciously. Without any doubt, the individual conceptual mind structure is the most important instrument used by people to see, perceive, and visualize the original reality. It is very important for people to realize that everything they see is not the original reality, but the original reality filtered and translated in a conceptualized form by their individual conceptual mind structure. The individual conceptual mind structure is a genuine software, which all the people have and use automatically and continuously in the process of seeing and perceiving the original surrounding reality. But then again, because we use this software, which we have shown that it is actually filtering and translating the original reality according to the concepts incorporated in our mind structure, the conceptualized reality we see is quite different and definitely much smaller than the original reality. Considering all of this, we can now truly define the system we are using to see the reality. Basically, to see the reality, we are using a system formed by, first of all, the eyes, the organs that bring the image to the brain. Secondly, the brain, the organ that processes the image and information. And the third, the unknown part, but the most important one, the individual conceptual mind structure, the software, which automatically translates and defines all the images and information we are focusing on in familiar or new concepts which we are able to decode and understand. Basically, because our eyes and the brain are the hardware of this system, they are only vehiculating the images and information without having much influence on them. The real filter or translator of the original realities we are focusing to see, perceive, or visualize is the software or the individual conceptual mind structure, which helps us see these original realities as conceptualized realities. This software we have, the individual conceptual mind structure, is defining, translating, and enveloping the original reality into concepts. Again, the result is that we see a conceptualized reality, which is much smaller than the original reality. But we can connect only with what we can see or perceive. Therefore, we can currently connect only with this conceptualized reality, which we have shown that is a much smaller reality than the original reality. This means that our mind connectivity level is limited by our own software, or in other words, by our individual conceptual mind structure. And this limitation have the following effects. Firstly, an effect of limiting the activation of our brain's full potential. And secondly, we perceive and see a much smaller reality than the original reality. From different studies, we know that we are currently using approximately 5% from our brain's full potential. The question is, why are we using only 5%? Basically, if we are using only 5% of our brain's potential, this means we are seeing only 5% of the surrounding original reality, and the root cause is our low mind connectivity level. And if we see just 5% of our surrounding reality, we can say without a doubt that our visual system is highly inefficient, or more precisely, our visual software is broken. Well, if this is true, and it obviously is, then this was caused by the low level of our mind connectivity, or to be more precise, by the low connectivity level of our software, which is the individual conceptual mind structure. So what can we do to fix our visual software? That is the main question. But before answering this question, we have at least 4 other questions to be answered. First question, if we really see only 5% from the original reality, what about the 95% of the original reality currently unseen? Do we see only the tip of the iceberg? Second question, if the low level of our mind connectivity limits our visual potential and the overall efficiency of our brain's usage, then what is wrong with our software, the individual conceptual mind structure? Third question, is it possible that by improving our mind connectivity level, we could gradually activate a bigger part of our brain's potential and see a much larger reality than we are seeing right now? Fourth question, how long would it take for someone to improve his/her mind connectivity level? Make it high enough to realize the difference between the big original reality and the smaller conceptualized reality. For someone who really understands what the individual conceptual mind structure is and how this structure works, the answers to these questions would become quite obvious. Now, I have 2 questions specifically for you. First question, would you act to improve your mind connectivity level and upgrade your visual software if you would know how to do it? Would you like to be able to see and connect with a bigger part of the original reality, currently not accessible to you? If you'd like to find out more about what mind connectivity is and what can you do to improve your mind connectivity level, please subscribe to this channel and visit the website at www.mindconnectivity.com. Please do not hesitate to share this video with your friends and colleagues. A series of great books about mind connectivity will be very soon available to you. Mind connectivity level, and happiness. Mind connectivity, conceptual mind, upgrade. Mind connectivity, time and space. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.